The following message is brought to you by Eden Kingdom Ministry.
Come on, y'all, and tell them, say,
Let's get back to Eden, live on top of the world. Let's get back to Eden, live on top of the world.
say it again, say it.
Let's get back to Eden, live on top of the world.
Y'all can say it, tell somebody.
Let's get back to Eden.
Entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs. An entrepreneur is somebody who has a job but has side hustle. An entrepreneur is somebody who has a job for himself, which is his own business. And I'm going to talk a whole lot about that in the second service. I'll start with entrepreneurship in second service. But in this first service, I will lay a foundation to this thing. Let me tell you why everybody, we are under pressure to make it. How many of you want to make it in life? You want to over make it. Let me see. The reason why some of you are following Jesus is because you want to make it. There is pressure for making it. You yourself, you are under pressure to make it. If you have suffered in life, you will know that there's a strong demand, except you are prophetically cursed. Not just cursed, prophetically cursed. That's when you won't have desire to make it. So there's a pressure on you personally to make it. There's pressure from the society to make it. Society, your parents are looking at you every day and say, you have been in Lagos for 2 years. See, if you leave what you are doing, go and do what others are doing and make money. How can you leave the East for 4 years now? You can't even send school fees back home. Or you can't send us money for this month. There's pressure. By the time you see the demands from your family in a month and you look at how much you are earning, there's demand. I know, and in second service, I'll talk a whole lot about how to know when to tweak into entrepreneurship. Because there's actually no personality trait for an entrepreneur. We'll talk, because we always think that there are some people that businesses are for. But we're going to look at certain signs in second service, which would help us. And I think later this month, Pastor in charge will talk about how we'll have like a business connect for people who are into business this month. Want to pay attention, so we'll have like a hangout together on one of the Sundays. And last week we talked about some crowdfunding that will come up, capital for business and all of that. We want to, as a church, we want to invest into our people, particularly all our business people, those who are into full entrepreneurship. Glory to God. So, there's pressure to make it. Even the church of God, there's pressure. When you come to church, you see the kind of suit that your pastor wears, the kind of shoe, or the kind of wristwatches that some people wear. You look at yourself, you just come to church, somebody is telling you, God bless you, welcome to, and showing you the wristwatch, God bless you, welcome to. That alone just spoils your mood like God. Kileshemi. And the person just innocently is telling you, welcome to church. There's pressure everywhere to make it. There was a story I was discussing with Reverend Victor Adeyemi over the weekend, and he was sharing with me a story about a lady who was under pressure to help her family. Under pressure to help her family. And she took a loan of about 5 million. Pressure. Not because she wanted to do a business, pressure made her. So she thought she was going to use some of it to do business, but she actually spent it on the family. By the time they did rent, they repaired the car of the parent, helped the mother to reshape her business. 5 million just went down. Then she was under pressure to pay back. You see, bank pressure. See, in life, you may have seen pressure. But if you enter bank pressure, see, have you... They call it soft loan, but you pay back in a hard way. There's no loan that is soft. It is very hard. You have old people before. Do you know what it means to old people? You understand what I'm saying? Do you know what it means to old people? You'll be sleeping The kind of dreams you'll be having. You will, when you wake up to life, it's like you're just waking up. It's like you have walked like 12 hours in your sleep. Then your heart is heavy. So one of the sisters now had, I think, a liver problem. She was the deliverer of the family. And one of the things why people fall into these things is pride. When you think that I'm the only one that can help my family out, you are not God. You are not God. You say, I must help my family. My family must break through. My father must also. You are not God. In fact, you are trying to take the place of God by trying to say I must be the one to help them. Somebody came to me with pressure one day when the person told me the pressure of the family and how much they needed and how she was passionate to bring her family out of that penury. And I said, you are not God. I said, the reason why you're under this pressure is because you're trying to take the place of God. And that has led people to do the things they don't even want to do. Some people have gone to do all kinds of things with their lives, with their body, because they are under pressure. Look at your neighbor this morning and say, relax. Look at another person you are tolerating and say, you are not God. Look at your back at somebody you don't really like, but for the love of your Christian faith, say, you are not God. So she had to borrow another 2 million for the operation. When she borrowed that 2 million, one day she sat down under the tree. People thought she was thinking. You know the way trees move when there's wind like this? The woman started doing like this. Probably you think she's meditating, or she's just trying to unwind. See, that's how she did for like 3 minutes. And from there, she appeared in the gates of heaven. And she died. The pressure to, I like Nigeria. Hey. I'm even shocked I didn't hear Jesus. Pressure to make it. Pressure to make it. You even want to make it at the detriment of your Christian faith. Some of you think you fear God. You have not seen money. You think you fear God. You have not seen money. There are things that are more important than money in life. And that's where I want to start from this morning. I have 15 minutes for this. Some things that are more important than money. Because next week we'll talk a lot about capital, which is the major problem that we talk about. But this morning I want to first tweak our minds towards you need something bigger than money. The next week too, so we'll talk about capital, talk about money. There are things that are more important than money. When I have an idea, I don't think money first. I'll probably think of money last. Many times when I interact with people, I say, okay, when there's no financial constraint around it, you see, I may not have the money for that project, but I'll ask a question. Let's assume there's no money problem. How would we do this thing? Then the moment you tell me how we would do it, I'll try to write it down. Then I would see how I can use the little resources I have to try. I mean, one of the things that we do at Eden Center is that people from the outside think that they are billionaires in this church. I hear comments. And in fact, that name Eden Center is always sounding familiar to people. I don't know. You just meet somebody, say, where do you pastor? I say, I pastor Eden Center. I saw like 5 people do that to me on Friday night at the conference. I've heard of that church. And I'm wondering, there must be another church that is bearing that name. You know, because by what I'm seeing every Sunday, and by the way people are explaining me outside, you know, when God told Abraham, I shall make you great, that's even understandable. I shall make thy name great. When your name is greater than you, that's another issue. It's pressure. So I have an assistant pastor. Pastor Tega, I can see you're following the message. So he said, Pastor, I've heard of that church before. Of course, you just blush like, yeah, we thank the Lord. I perceive that people they think that we have a tree that grows money. They just don't know. If you come to our leaders meeting, how we dissect. When you see my hand on requisition forms, with no mercy. I know one of the things we do is that we manage the resources properly. Properly. From day one of this ministry till day to day. They can show you the financials and everything is straight. As far as I'm in Lagos, it's difficult for somebody to even steal from this church. It's difficult. I would mentally, physically, I'm alert, spiritually. I've called people before in denial. I say, man of God, that thing you wrote, let's check it again. It's a spiritual wave. Some things are better, and let me tell you, those things help you to achieve more in life. It's the power of leverage. So we always think it's money you need. It's not money. It's leverage. It's leverage. So what are the things that are more important than money? Your faith is challenged. Your Christian faith is challenged. Everything is challenged. Money. When you don't have money, you feel light. When you have money, you feel heavy. Have you noticed? You feel heavy when you don't have money, you just feel light, like you're fasting. You just think something is missing in you. Now, number one, wisdom is better than money. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 12. I've seen people who have money, or who had some money, and they couldn't do well with what they have. While some people are thinking that if I just have more money now, maybe my business will get better, my life will get better. For most people that I've seen, I know that what they need is not money. What they need is not money. Let me start from verse 11. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 11. Wisdom is better when it is paired with money. Message version. Wisdom is better when it is paired with money, especially if you get both while you are still alive. Huh? He didn't say have wisdom, don't have money. In a garden of people, rich people, a poor man says he has idea. Nobody wants to hear you. It is better you have wisdom with money, but he places wisdom first. Because if you have money and you don't have wisdom, you use your money to buy wisdom. That's why you go for trainings and conference, because you use it to buy wisdom. So if you go to the market of life, you use your money to buy knowledge, to buy wisdom, and buy many things. But if you have wisdom, your money is somehow sustainable with you. So wisdom is, when it's spread, his money is better, especially if you get both while you are still alive. Double protection. Wisdom and wealth. Someone say double protection. So if you have wisdom, if you don't have money, you're under attack. If you have money, you don't have wisdom, you're under attack. It says if you have the two, you have double protection. Bill Gates has, I think he has more than double protection. Yeah. The health problem you would have, and you go in this to pray for 7 days over it, he can afford any medical technology in the split of seconds to get it done in his house. I'm telling you. So if you sell Christianity to him and say God will make you prosperous, he will look at you like, really? Really? I'm prosperous without your God. Or have money rather without your God. So it's better if it is put together, double protection, wisdom, plus this bonus. What's the bonus? Wisdom energizes who? The owner. Wisdom has a way of giving life to you. It's like an addition to your defense. The reason it says you must pair it together is that money will ignore God, but wisdom will make you fear God even when you have money. Money is careless and does not care about anything, but wisdom helps you even in decision making. Money makes you overconfident. Wisdom still makes you depend on God even with your money. Money makes you a target to the enemy. Then wisdom helps you to solve every problem from an attack. What does that mean? Money exposes you to the enemy. Of course, if you are poor, the devil is not after you. Have you ever heard that the devil is after a poor man? No. That would just be wickedness. The state of poverty is enough cause. So the devil will not go near those kind of people. He'd rather go near somebody who is rich. Have you heard things like saying a media house wants to call interview for a poor man? Just to tell us how his poverty had been for some years and how he has been sustaining the poverty. You hear those kind of things. Or you hear that a lawyer, so a poor man got into, a lawyer. No. So money, the moment you have money, you are exposed. Whether your money is coded or is known, somehow you become an attack. People can say, okay, this person has money, or this person does not have money. So the moment you have that, you are opened up into an attack. But money cannot solve attack problems for you. It is only wisdom that can solve it for you. Money is arrogant. Wisdom makes you humble and still trust God. That means for you to be rich, have you noticed that when you are rich, do you notice that the way people talk is different? Yeah, the way people talk is different. Praise the Lord. I won't be talking fast. Thank you, Jesus. I'm talking to you one by one. I won't laugh like that. I'll just say, nobody knows a poor man. Many are humble because they don't have money. If somebody gives you a bribe of 10,000 naira, that person, excuse me, what do you take me for? What do you take me for? I'm a Christian. I'm a worker in God's vineyard. We don't do that kind of thing. 10,000. Then they come near you with 100,000. 100,000, you can still say, no, what do you take? What do you take me for? That's okay. So I'm not giving you 100,000. I'll give you 500,000. You know, before I am a Christian, I'm a worker in God's. This time, just say, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I am a Christian. I'm a Christian. Okay, forget about that. Let's give you, just do this thing sharp. 5 million. I used to say 5 million. See, you will count in the history of, you check whether that kind of money has entered the history of your family before. As in, like 4 generations. I'm telling you, there are generations like that, like 4. They have not seen like 5 million since their existence. I'm telling you, they have not seen it. See, the money some people spend abroad for their schooling for 3 years is what some 4 generations used to exist. No, I'm telling you. I know a girl whose mother is a director of African Alliance or Alliance of Africa, one insurance firm like that. The girl, when she was going to pay her school fees, she paid about 4-point-something million, and she had pocket money about 2 million naira. Going to the US. You know what? My career in life, I started as a teacher. You understand? And I used to teach children of rich people. So I know that there's money. I'm telling you. Even when I was teaching, for somebody who can give me 100,000 for private class, even till now, some people who teach can't have that kind of money. Or somebody gives 50,000 naira for. When I was teaching, removing from microphones. It's not a politician. You would have taught all kinds of people. And I'm going to talk about the place of relationships. But even when I was teaching many years ago and how I got to know a lot of people through that. They try to give 5 million. Somehow. You will get home and you have a rethink. 5 million. How long will it take you look at how things are hard in Nigeria. Look at how you can help your father. Look at how you can help your mother and receive the blessing from them. Just think about how you can, for the first time as a dream come true, give a tithe of 500,000 naira. And look at the possibility that one day you've always desired that you give pastor 100,000 naira seed. You start seeing righteous possibilities around it. Then you go on your knees. You know how you confess your sin before you, because you don't know what will happen after. That's why I said that you don't know. And that's why wisdom is powerful. If you have wisdom, you'll be able to think better. I'm telling you, you think it's just easy to be a politician. When you enter that place, and the papers flying through you are collecting, if you know how much they pay them officially, you won't really want to be in office. I'm telling you. Because one day, because I've worked with Fola Adiola before, and he told me the amount the president of this country collects per month. It's not up to 1.5 million per month. As at that particular election, in fact, it was 800,000 naira. The Fola Adiola says that is what he uses for his children's upbringing per month. I said levels. He said, so I'm not going into office with no ribado because I'm looking for money, but because I want to help Nigeria. So you don't sit down on your table, you just see 14 billion check, you sign 14 billion, you see 20 billion, some kind of money you don't even know is existing. Then one day something ministers to you. You know, and somebody introduces you to corruption audit, how you can audit corruption before you perform it. So that it can, you don't know how they do that one. You audit before you perform. I mean, go and ask some people in this country, can teach you how they do it. So you have like 14 chartered accountants who can tell you how, see, this thing cannot come out in 20 years. And you pay them professionally for that. That's why you get, EFCC will carry some people, they have information that they stole, but they can't prove it. It's audited now. You have information that this money, but you can't prove it that money is missing. Then by the time you talk to them, they get out. Number 2, goodwill. Because let's deal with the character of entrepreneurship. Because some people are running as entrepreneurs and these things were not dealt with before they went into it. For example, when some people meet a customer for the first time, they want to make their house rent from the person. Because you don't know that this person is rich and the person can pay your money. You want to collect, and you are owing rent. So you saw the person as the blessing of God. What you would have done for 30,000, you call it 300,000. Because as you are seeing the man, you are seeing rent. Then people have lost people before. Because they didn't pay, they were paying attention to money and they don't know that referral is more powerful. Goodwill, Proverbs 22 verse 1. So I need to run fast. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 1. Wise folks. Okay, that's verse 11. A good reputation is better than a fat bank account. Do you believe that? As a Nigerian. A good reputation. A good reputation is better than a fat bank account. When they ask a question during the midweek service, if I send you a card that has Ephesians 4:19 and 100,000 naira check, which one will you pick? Everybody say 100,000 naira check. And you don't know that Ephesians 4:19 and my God shall supply all your needs. It doesn't mean anything to them. A good name is better than a fat bank account. Your death date tells more than your birth date. Good name. Money intimidates. But what goodwill or good name will do, it will earn you pure respect. There are some people that you respect today, not because you respect them naturally, but because they are rich or they are in office. There are some people that once they leave office or once they backslide from richness and they are poor, you don't respect them again. That means genuinely you never respected them. Respect is not money. Goodwill is what earns pure respect. It's not about money. Sometimes it's just some social softwares that you run personally. It's just some emotional intelligence. It's just some trust things. It's just some integrity things that you do. One day I sat down with a man on the mainland here in one hotel, and he was telling me something, and as that guy told me, I knew that I could make close to 2 million from that person, and I told the man that I would do it for him for free. You know, you make a decision, you get back home, and for 3 days, I'm somebody that if I think I made a bad decision, I can think about it for 3 days. So I'll just go back home and tell myself, what was I thinking about? Why would you make that? But at the end of the day, I find out that thing will pay more. I noticed that opened me up into a circle that money cannot even take me there. But because you are a hustler, when you see people, you are seeing money, you don't think about anything except how to get from them, You have lost positioning because you are chasing money. And let me tell you, wealth is for positioned people and strategic people in every generation. I'm telling you, wealth is for position and strategic people in every generation. And if you're not positioned there at that time, you won't do it. Pure respect. Money corrupts. Good name makes you incorruptible. Incorruptible. Good name. Number 3. Revelation. So I started entrepreneurship proper in second service. Revelation. There was a woman who married a prophet, a man of God. 2 Kings chapter 4. Married a man of God. Look at your name and say, man of God. When the man of God died, he was not in debt though. He was in debt to a level where before he died, he had written down that they will use his children as collateral should in case he cannot pay back the loan. Man of God. The wife was not aware. When he died, the eyes of the woman opened. She ran to another prophet, I think Elisha, and said, this is the problem in our family. What the man asked the woman is, what do you have in your family? She said nothing. She said nothing. Some of you, I'll ask you, so what do you have now? Nothing. Do you have money? I don't have money. What do you have in your life? Nothing. And Pastor, I'm just existing. Nothing. And the prophet looked at him. He said, nothing except for one jar. Something that you don't need, man of God, just at home. The man said, that thing that you're not paying attention to, there's a revelation behind it that if you can grow it and give it commercial value, you will make a lot of money from that thing. Revelation. One day a woman quit her job, they sacked her, and came to meet, and every time, before they sacked her, every time she comes to see Dr. Miles Monroe, she will come with cookies to say hi and say she just loves cookies. And she came this day without cookies, and she said, I lost my job. He said, why? He said, something. He said, do you believe what I tell you? He said, yes. The man said, go and start making cookies. An executive in a bank in the US. He said, go and start making cookies. The woman said, I just obeyed. He said, and take the cookies to your company where they sacked you and give everybody for free. Then she made cookies as an executive, ex-executive, picked up money, did cookies from the oven. She had oven. She said, what do you have oven in your house? I said, yes. Go and give it. So they gave them cookies for free. She said the director personally called her and said that since the wife has a school, can they get 100 dozens per day? In 3 years, She came back to meet Dr. Miles Monroe and said, Dr. Miles Monroe, I bought this Mercedes-Benz of the current year for you as a gift because I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars from selling cookies. Sometimes revelation just opens your eyes. What you just call, what you may, but it's not the same thing. Imaginative thinking just crosses your mind. I can do something with it. Some of you, some ideas have crossed your mind. But you know when ideas come to you, they look powerful. After 5 minutes, when the wind, there's a kind of wind that blows in this country. When you see wind of reality, just tell yourself, from my brain. Then suddenly, you just know that you can't walk again by yourself. You know, sometimes you will pray and God reveals something to you. And while you are praying, your mind says, man, you can do this. See, you don't see yourself as a powerful mind in the spirit. The moment you finish praying and you come out of the prayer room, then just talk to a few people, make a few calls, check a few emails, revisit that thing by 4 o'clock. The energy has dropped, and you're asking yourself, can this really? You're not asking, can this really work? I'm telling you, can this really work? It's just like the day I announced that we're going to be starting church. That evening, I was asking myself, the last one, relationship. Relationship. For some people, it's not that you don't have businesses. It's not that you don't have what it takes to get better. It's because you're not paying attention to relationships. You see, when I was a teacher, there was one day I was teaching a woman who was a director in Lagos State, just at directorial level in Eric Moore. So she had a son. So one day I asked the son, what's your vision? So the boy told me that he wants to have the biggest strip club in the world because he knows he's going to school abroad and that he has seen some, he has watched movies, but he says that they are not doing well. That there's an idea that he has in mind and that's what he wants to do. That's a vision. He just needs to be positively guided. Glory to God. He doesn't need to be positively guided. I mean, but for him to think that wired, you know, at least it's not like Sheila that went to open one in Ikorodu and it crashed in 2 weeks. You know? He's my friend, so I can say it. I can go and open club in Ikorodu and pump 30 million there. Ikorodu. 30 million. 5 years ago. Wisdom is better than money. So, I helped this guy. I was teaching him, but the impact in his life was beyond teaching him. How much were they paying me? They paid me 25,000 naira for 2 weeks or something. So I would help him with vision, help him with dreams. Okay, why not program your life like this? Why not do this? And I used to discuss a whole lot. You see, the woman of that child is the present deputy governor of Lagos State. When I was teaching the boy, I didn't see deputy governor. I just saw one civil servant who was just going to office, come back, sometimes don't go. But you know, you will meet people who don't look like it on your journey of life. You must learn to pay attention to it. See, I'm telling you where some people's prosperity is lying, and they passed by it. One day, I was going from Lagos to Owerri, and I greeted the person that seated next to me, one short man like that, and he just answered. I'm not sure he answered me. He was reading the newspapers, and I greeted him again. He answered me. I just wanted to start a conversation or just do something. At the end of the day, I started a conversation, you know, and helped him carry his bag because he was elderly than I am. This was like 2011, I think. No, 2007 or 8. Yes. I was still young. So I just picked up the guy and helped him carry his stuff. By the time he came down from the aircraft, I noticed that people were waiting to receive him into his car. I said, this guy must be a big boy. So, and the next thing I asked was, sir, can I have your card? Some people also meet people, they don't engage them. Number 2, when they engage them, they just tell them goodbye. Those are opportunities that came your way, but you couldn't do anything about it. See, the Holy Spirit can only lead you. But when he leads you there, what you now do with your life is not in the hand of the Holy Spirit again. He gave me his card. When I saw his card, that was your Attorney General for Lagos State. His name is Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Then I met him after 4 months, and we had a call. And I said, "Sir, can you be? I used to run an NGO. Can you be like on the board of the NGO?" He said, "Yes." Then I hosted an event in University of Lagos main auditorium. I came all the way from Ogun State, and we had Dream Leaders Conference in 2008. Guess who my guest speaker was? My keynote address speaker, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Not the vice president that you know. The one that I know is Professor Yemi Osinbajo. It's not that he's vice president. You know, say, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." When you met him at that raw level, were you calling him? Were you saying hi to him? He said, when somebody now hammer, you now want to be a carpenter. Build relationships. Even at the raw level. You see, let me tell you, there are some people who can pay me today. There are some people that cannot pay me. Those who can pay me now, I give them premium. Those who cannot pay me, I also pay attention, because tomorrow they will be able to pay me. Tomorrow they will be able to pay me. So some things I will do for free. A lot that I would do for free. In fact, a lot that I do for free. Because I know that for now you do it for free. I'm believing God that you will prosper. By tomorrow you'll be able to do it for a fee. That's potential wealth. Relationships. Some things you are praying about, relationships will give it to you. Some people are bad bridge burners. You burn bridge, you make money here, you burn the bridge. Some people would have made money better than they are making, because one person is not one. One is like 100 people. So if you get more referrals, probably your life would have gotten better. Maybe you'd have been wealthier. But you do one, you make money because there was a project you want to use it for. You made money from it, then you burnt the bridge. Then you now get back to God. God, why me? Why not you? Respond and see people who annoy you. You will go, and as entrepreneurs, let me tell you, you will go through all kinds of things. You will meet all kinds of customers, but like Nigerians, all kinds of human beings. You just have, you need the fruit of the Spirit to be an entrepreneur. You need to act well for post-purchase discussions. You just need to act like you are sane and you are nice. You meet all kinds, but your attitude, for some people, is attitude readjustment. It's not prayers. Just attitude readjustment. We have bad customer service in this country. Very bad. One day, Pastor Sam Adeyemi, he said one day, he said he just checked his SIM and they said that he's been disconnected. I said he uses his phone every day and he's been registered. Then he wrote them a letter. I just smiled. He wrote the telecom that why would they do this to his SIM and everything? Guess what? When they got there, when they dropped the letter, they said he should write a covering letter signed by a lawyer that he totally wants to opt out from that network. That's a telecommunication company in this country. I said, Pastor Sam is a gentleman. You want to opt out? You don't know how to opt out? Break the SIM. He wrote them a letter. But see, they just said that. If he wants, they should put a covering letter with the lawyer, they will sign him out. Bad customer service. Relationship. See, it's relationship that makes your name greater than you. That's what happens. That's what makes your name greater than you. Then I meet somebody. I remember I was teaching somebody in Abia State, and this person called a particular justice and said he just wanted to refer me and say, this guy is a very good teacher, but if he teaches your child will understand life better. That's why I started meeting people. So you just meet a little bit there, meet a little bit there, meet a little bit person there, then circles open. I wasn't a teacher I'm still a teacher of the word, but I'm not teaching math and English again. But the idea is the relationships established are still there. And they have opened circles for me. If you check the relationships I have, you would think I'm a billionaire. You would think I'm a billionaire. But the truth is, relationships just positions you. And many times it is not money that you need. I hope that blesses you this morning in Jesus' name. God bless you. See you at the second service.
Confess it with your mouth. I've got to live on top of the world. Change your thinking. Live on top of the world.
This message was brought to you by Eden Kingdom Ministry.